Peace, everybody. This is your boy Ace from Ace Corner Talk. Before I get ready to start this live stream, I'm gonna start off basic and simple today. All right. I can't do no music because every time I do music, they flag me and they shut my live stream down. So you're gonna do the music thing today. All right. I usually begin with a song or whatever might pertain to what I'm talking about. Or I might end with one, but yeah, they shut my stuff down, so I can't do that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to give probably 10 or 15 minutes for the people to get in, so that way we can get on this particular topic that we're talking about today. So hopefully my live stream acts right. Yeah, it does this jumping around sometimes. I don't know why, but hopefully it will act right today. What's up, bro? Hey, man, look, at any time you want to call in, I'll patch you in so that way you can get in on this particular topic. Today I just didn't feel like I didn't mind any and everybody getting in on this particular topic. Inquisitive Bunny, long time no see, sis. What's up? So what I'm gonna do is, if you want to call in, let me get some time to build the stage about what I'm talking about, and I'll definitely patch you in so you can add, talk, build, whatever you want to build on this particular topic. So I'm gonna take my time. I got off of work a little early. I'm not in a rush, so I am gonna take my time today. I'm not in a rush. I think I'm a skillfully talk about this particular topic. And this is for my men. This is for my brothers and sisters. Y'all need to hear this as well, because I'm probably going to get full support from the sisters on this particular topic. So, y'all see the title. It says attachments. And this is for all of my fellas. Must watch, right? Attachments, and we're going to talk about this thing, and I'll probably read the definition of what attachments mean. As men, women are attracted to alpha men, right? It's the law of nature, rather. If I was to say, it's the law of nature. Women are going to be either repelled or attracted to you based upon what category you are placed in. And if you're an alpha male, you stand up straight, tilted head, broad shoulders, most likely you're going to gain an attraction from a woman. If you are less confident, stoop down, real low, you might not get as much attention, or if any attention, from a female. But I'm going to go deeper into some of these issues that I feel in today's society that our brothers are having, and I can only speak for myself in this particular situation or situations that we may occur. And if you want to get down to the nitty-gritty, this is where it's going to be when it comes to relationships, when it comes to developing healthy relationships, and when it comes to, applying these particular rules in your life as men. And I'm gonna try to help some brothers today. I think I've been compelled to talk about these particular topics, and this particular topic, because I think that in order to have a strong structure for a family, a man has to know these things in order to, keep a balance within his life and in his mental as well. So I'm going to start off by saying this, and I'm trying to give people time to, get the notification that I'm live. So pardon me, I'm not trying to just jump right into everything, but I am trying to give a little time for our audience to get in, and so that way they can hear it, not through a playback, but just hear me as I'm conveying what I need to convey. So hope everybody's well. Hope your day has been prosperous. Hope that all is well in your families and all that good stuff, man. I'm glad that Brother Logic, man, thank you for being a part of the live stream. You know, at any time you're welcome to jump aboard the panel. You're my man, so I have no issues with that. Any of the females, you know, that usually jump on, if you want to jump on, call in, whatever, you're welcome. Because I think that once we begin to dive and peel back this onion, people can get a clear sense, and us men can get a clear sense of why we do what we do and why it repels females, or why does it repel those that are around us. You understand? Because this is a big issue. If men want to know why they get dumped, hey, I'm about to break it down to you. If you want to know, men, why females are not attracted to you, I'm about to break it down to you. If you want to know why you're having issues with trust, I'm about to break it down to you. If you want to, I'm about to break all of these issues that us brothers might have, and why and why we suffer in these areas in our life. I'm going to break it down to you best way possible. I'm not a book scholar, Bible scholar, but I have obtained a little bit of knowledge, and I'm just going to spit it out the best way I know how to kind of help all of us men, you know, gain our foot back into society, gain some confidence back, you know, because the truth be told, us brothers lose confidence in life, man. We lose confidence in what we do in life. We lose our passion. We lose our vision for whatever reasons. There's multiple number of reasons why we lose our footing in life, man. It doesn't have to be a particular thing why a brother or why any brother of any race can lose their footing in life. But what we can do is, once you acknowledge this is the issue, then you address the issue so you can get your mental right, you know, and then you can get back into the game, man. These things that we suffer, we don't know why we do it, but once your eyes open to why you do what you do, then you can go about the right way to correct it. You understand what I'm saying? Brothers, if you lost a woman, brother, if you lost a marriage, I'm going to attempt to break this down of why you probably have failed in it or lost, you know, the person you love or any of the sort in that relationship. You know, and it's crazy that you can be an older adult, a young teen, or whatever the case is, and may not know these things. But once you do know, then you know how to apply it to your life, to your relationship, so it can make it more healthier, and it can help you. You can function. You can, you know, do what needs to be done to have a healthy relationship, right? So I'm just kind of like setting the stage so that way once, you know, a couple more people get in, I can just dive right into it. You know, there's a couple of things that have been going on in this world, man, and I will probably talk about it eventually. You got two sisters that got stabbed, and white Caucasian guy just ran up to him and jigged him in the neck, and one died and one, you know, survived. That particular incident is staged, I believe. I'm not really going to get deep into it because I don't have all the facts, but I believe it's staged to set a race war. You understand? But still in that, we have people who are not going to do anything about it. They might rally a little bit or might, you know, tear something up, but that's the extent of it. It's not going to go no further. What else? We got, you know, Demi Lovato overdosing, allegedly, you know, off of heroin or whatever you want to call it. So, I mean, there's, boy, I tell you, it's a screwed up world, man. All right, so I'm going to give you about 5 more minutes, and then it's 7 o'clock my time. So we got some West Coast people that, you know, probably, you know, it's probably, it's about 5 o'clock West Coast time. So I'm trying to give time for some of the faithful ones that usually support Ace Corner Talk, man, and give them a little bit of time to get in so we can just dive right into it. And, you know, my memory, hopefully it holds up, but it will. And we can begin to piece some of these things, you know, piece it together. You feel me? So we can piece it together so we can get some clarity in what is happening in our lives as brothers, man. We're under pressure, right? We're under pressure and we're going through things. And if you're a nonverbal male, if you're nonverbal, if you're the type of male that really don't know how to express yourself, and you're going through these type of emotions, and it's bottled up, and you're doing things, people are not going to know how to take you. You understand? If you're married, if you're in a relationship, people, the person you're with is not going to know how to take your actions because you're not verbal with them. You're not able to express it. You show it's like being a child. It's like when a child is small, they cry because they can't verbally tell you what they want. So they actually act out through emotions, through crying, through hollering, and all of that to get your attention. You know, it puzzles me how sometimes when I see a mother or father with a small child, right? Let's give an age, or let's put an age on it. Okay, a small child, maybe one. What they do is, if the child is hollering or screaming, instead of trying to figure out what's wrong with that child, they might curse the child, hit the child, scream at the child, and do all of these things other than trying to find out what is wrong with the child. And that's puzzling to me. Because if the child is crying or screaming, not all the time it means they're throwing a temper tantrum. Sometimes it means that something is wrong. If the child is wet, the child will cry, right? If an infant is wet, he will let you know, or he or she will let you know that it's something going on. My diaper's wet. I need this mess off of me. It's uncomfortable, whatever. If the child has a stomach ache, they're going to cry. They're going to whine and moan. They're going to let you know that there's some physical things going on. And the way they do it is through crying. But what happens when you get to adults? When you deal with adults who are nonverbal or have not mastered the skills of communication. What happens when you deal with adults like that? And you deal with an adult that does not know how to verbally express his feelings. There's two things going on. Number one, they have not learned it, because that starts from when you're young. You understand? You learn verbal communication when you're young. And if you have not learned that as you go through the stages of life, you're in your young adulthood, then you're in your teens, then you're in your adulthood, like as you climb that ladder and you still have not learned how to verbally communicate what you want or what you need or any of the sort, you begin to have issues. So you will impose your issues on other people. You will impose your will on other people because you have not verbally expressed what's wrong with you. So I'm just trying to give a stage for the platform before I dive right into it. Okay, you say unfortunately you witnessed that scenario today. Inquisitive Bunny, which scenario? What scenario? Which part of what I said was did you witness, today? Was it with the children, with the mother or the father, diving on the child because the child was something wrong with the child? Was that the issue? So I need you to message back if that was the case. Now, with that being said, as we move along in life, child crying and the mother hitting the child. Okay, cool. That happens all the time. That happens all the time. And you want to know why that particular situation happens more now, or not to say more now, but more than a lot of other situations, is because you have people who have not been trained on how to recognize the signs within the child. You have to be taught to recognize these things. When you're taught to recognize it, then all of a sudden it's like, okay, now I can identify what's going on right now with this child. I'm gonna go through the process of elimination to see what's wrong before I get fed up. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, you know, parents go from 0 to 100 without trying to find out what the issue is. And I'm gonna say this. I'm relating it back to relationships. Relationships, married, non-married, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever you want to classify it. It seems like people today don't take the time to find out what the real issue is. You understand? They don't take the time to investigate what the issues are within the diameter of your relationship, whether it's with the male or whether it's with the female, but I'm addressing the males. Sometimes if there's something ailing you and you're exhibiting behaviors as an adult, and you're exhibiting behaviors that might not be seemly to a lot of other people, then obviously you have not learned or been trained on how to deal with, first of all, your emotions, and then second of all, you have not learned how to deal with the particular inner emotions that you may have. So you don't know how to express your feelings. You don't know how to convey what you want or convey what is wrong with you. And it seems like this has been, for me, an epiphany, right? It seems like it just hit me and the thoughts just started coming. This is why this. This is why that. Okay, so I'm going to get ready to go into it. I'm not going to try to prolong any longer. Whoever comes in, comes in. Whoever gets it, gets it. But I try to give the people a little time before I start jumping into what I have to say. And I pray that anybody that watched this, any brothers, any brothers out there that kind of might fall in these categories or fall in the lines of what I'm talking about, might can just say, you know what, I get it. You know, it has to be that moment where we as brothers say, oh man, I get it, man. I understand now. And that happens when somebody sheds light on certain situations in your life, right? When they share things, it comes out like, oh, I get it now. I understand what is taking place. So, for brothers, attachments. Why do us brothers get attached to things so easily? And I'm going to break it down why. There are certain brothers and there's certain brothers that don't. But I'm going to give you reasons why the brothers that do get attached, why they get attached, and what it does and the harm that it causes, right? I'm going to break it down to you. So, one of the reasons why us men get attached to things streams from our childhood. Now, any of you can verify this. You can go on the internet, pull this stuff up. What I'm telling you can be verified through a lot of sources. Okay? I don't have a particular source that I pulled this from. I'm just telling you facts, right? From my experience, from my awakening. Today, this starts the 10-day conditioning of us men. And any of you brothers want to go on this journey with me, but today starts it's going to be 10 days of reconditioning us men, all right? We're going to recondition, we're going to refine, we're going to re-establish our footing, our mindset, our strength, our authority, our alpha in this world, in our lives. We're going to do this. We're going to 10 days of refining ourselves, right? So, as you're a child, brothers, if you have your mother, not the father, or the father, not the mother, you're going to experience attachment issues. I want you to verify this at any particular time. But you're going to experience the attachment issues. And I'm going to go into the reasons why. Okay, brothers, when you don't have the proper nourishment, the proper attention, the proper love that a family structure needs, right? If you only have one particular participant in your life that gives you partial attention, 9 times out of 10, and I'm gonna go on a limb with these odds. 9 times out of 10, you're going to experience attachment issues in relationships. By far, 100% factual. You're going to experience attachment issues to things. I'm gonna give my example, right? I had my father up until a certain point, then I didn't. I had my mother up until a certain point, then I didn't. So what happened with me personally, I gained attachment issues, right? Clinginess, attachment to everything. When I got a toy, I don't care if the toy had, say I got an army man, right? Or one of them big action figures. The thing could be missing its head, its arm, all legs, and just have the chest. I will still keep it as if it had value to it. And the reason why I would do that is because I was attached. I could not let it go. You understand? I could not let it go no matter how much it didn't. It was useless. It didn't have the arms. It didn't have the head. It didn't have nothing. But I just kept it. But why? It's because letting something go, I had issues with that, about letting things go. You understand what I'm saying? So I grew to have attachment issues. That's just one example. I can give you numerous examples. I remember when I was younger, I had bikes and things and toys and this and that, you know, if I had to move, I had to leave those things. So it felt like when I gained something, I lost something. When I gained something, I lost something. It was like a cycle for a period in time in my life when I should have been getting the proper nourishment, the proper attention, and been secure in my life as a man. You understand me? When I should have been secure as a man, those particular things were being withdrew from me. So it established attachment issues. I felt like everything I got, I couldn't throw it away because I seen value in the littlest of things. So it could be anything. I just kept it. I have things now that I had when I was in my early teens. Right now, I could pull stuff out that I've had and just didn't throw away. While most people that have a healthy balance, that have a healthy way of looking at things because they had a mother or a father and had the right amount of love and attention from the family structure and all that good stuff, they can see things and just be like, it's just that, I'm throwing it away. It does not concern them. Now I'm about to go into these particular areas when it comes to relationships and families, so you can get a better understanding, brothers, about why we as brothers suffer in this area, because I'm 100% sure it's not just one or two. 9 times out of 10, the majority of us brothers that are out there are dealing with this particular situation. Attachments. And I'm going to go into this particular area now. When you're with a female, right? And you're clingy, emotional, you don't know how to convey your emotions, and you're crying and you're doing all kind of sorts of stuff, you are repelling the female from you. First of all, females need space. Female needs time. They need space to process their thoughts, to miss you, to get all that stuff together. They need space. So when you come across a brother that has attachment issues, that don't know how to deal with their feelings and the emotions, what happens is you get bored with them quick, you push them away, or you dismiss them or get rid of them because they deal with those particular issues. And some females don't have time to deal with that. Some females will say, you know what, I can't deal with this brother. He's too emotional. He's too this. He's too that. The clinginess that brothers have streams from the attachment attachment issues from when they were in their adolescence. Remember, if you do not get the proper things you need and tools you need when you're a child, as you grow up and it's not corrected, it becomes problems in your life as an adult. It does. It does. But the best thing about it, we're here right now. I'm explaining it, breaking it down to you so we can get the help we need, brothers, and move on in life. Okay, you might have destroyed one relationship or two relationships, but now that you're getting the knowledge and you can kind of get a sense of why something happens or why you keep failing in this area, then you can go about correcting the particular issues that you might be faced with. What's up, being yourself? Peace. So check it. So now, when a female expresses to you that they need space, they need time, it's one or two things. You're either smothering them or you are way too attached or emotional to the situation, right? Greetings, man. So you're attached, you're emotional, you're two-way clingy, you're too this, you're too that, and the female is trying to tell you politely, like, look, be yourself, calm down, chill out, just relax, you know, but instead you go forward with your clinginess as if you feel like you might lose her or as if she might go somewhere. Now she's telling you now, brother, hey man, it's cool, man, we good. You know, we in a good space, this, that, and the third. But you keep pushing as if you might lose her. Why? Because the issues with your attachments is deeper than she can even see. Right? Deeper than she can even see. The attachments, not curiosity, but the problems with losing something. That streams from when you're a child, right? It streams from when you're in that adolescent stage, when you should have been getting nourishment, when you should have been getting that proper love and attention, when you should have been, when people should have been there around you to get you through the stages that you needed to be at to develop as a sane, healthy, young, male, adult, so have you. Have you ever noticed there's certain people that have the confidence, certain brothers that might got confidence versus the other? I would imagine that those who have the right confidence in themselves, 9 times out of 10 had a healthy particular. Now I'm not talking about puffed up pride and all that. I'm talking about confidence, knowing that he loves himself, knowing that he's secure with himself in the whole nine. I'm talking about that confidence, not that, oh, I'm a handsome dude, man, and I can get any chick I want. Now, we're not talking about that. I'm talking about the confidence that you know without a shadow of a doubt that you can add value to somebody's life just being who you are. Right? Now, when you come across people with low self-esteem, brothers, I'm talking to you, brothers. This is our 10 days of clarity. This is our 10 days of cleansing. Us brothers, we're going to do this starting today. We're going to open this thing up, and this is our 10 days of emotional pouring out so we can get back to where we need to be as the alpha male, standing in our position, being strong, and operating like we're supposed to. So when you come across people that has insecurities, brothers, you got insecurities. You feel like you ain't enough. You feel like you can't keep a woman, or you feel like women not attracted to you. You're struggling with attachment issues, right? You're struggling with whether you're borderline attached to those particular situations. Now I'm gonna break this down. When you're in a relationship, right? Communication is one of the biggest things in a relationship. When you're communicating properly one to another, male, female, man and man, man and woman, whatever. I'm not gonna exclude anybody because I don't want to get in trouble. People gonna, I don't want nobody saying, hey, you don't talk about us, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna exclude. We're just gonna talk about specific just relationships. But I'm talking to brothers, right, who are in relationships with females or whatever the case is. So when you fall into the category of nonverbal communication, meaning you don't know how to communicate with the partner you with, or with the person you love and you're seeing, or whatever the case is, whether it's 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 5 years, 10 years, 17, 13, however many years you're with the person, if you have not learned how to verbally communicate, you're always, 9 times out of 10, and I love saying 9 times out of 10, but you're always going to run into trust issues. You're always going to run into, insecurities. You're going to run into all of these particular things because you don't know how to communicate and verbalize at what particular time you're feeling a certain way. Okay? Brothers, if you're dating and the female doesn't get back to you when you think she should, doesn't mean she's out cheating. It just means that she's not available. She's not at the phone, or she might not be. Don't go kirking out and lashing out at her because you didn't get the response or the call back or the text back when you thought you should have got the text back. It just might be she's busy. Doesn't mean she's about to, that she's hooked up with somebody. See, that's the mental games that you play with your own self because you have an attachment issue. Brothers, if you don't get the proper loving or sex or whatever from your mate, your spouse, your loved one, or whatever, if you don't verbalize and communicate about it, then what happens is you get frustrated. As the man, you get frustrated. I don't get this, and I don't do this. She don't do this no more. She don't do that no more. She must be messing with somebody or sleeping with somebody. This must be going on. That. So you begin your crusade of attacking her. You begin your crusade of questioning and annoying and doing all these freaky weird things that causes her to withdraw from you. You understand? The way you keep a healthy relationship is through communication, talking. So when a female gets turned off from you, the next step from that point is to withdraw and to move away from you. When they get turned off, it's like, you know what? This brother here, man, he's freaking me out. I just can't. We've been together 2 months, 3 weeks. He's freaking me out. I just can't deal with this. You understand? It's because you have not verbalized the issues within in order to express how you feel. And this happens a lot, brothers. I'm pretty sure of it. I'm 100% sure this happens. I'm willing to just go out on a limb with everything in me and say that, yes, this happens 9 times out of 10. That's that 9 times out of 10 again, okay? But if we ever going to resolve the issues within, if we're ever going to resolve, fellas, why we act the way we act, why we do the things that we do, I'm going to tell you, you need to go back. You need to go back in your mind. And you need to search back to that particular point in time when you was a child and you felt like you was not getting everything you wanted or needed in your childhood. See, sometimes you got to go back and rescue that spirit of yours that was left behind and bring them to the current. Now, I'm not trying to get deep with you, and I'm not trying to get all, philosophical with you. I got a little knowledge, but I'm not getting deep. I'm giving you something that should be able to help you and me and any other brother out there that's listening. And I got my females in the chat to give me some support, man. If I'm saying something wrong, the females are in there, and they will be coming in there to support what I'm saying. If it's wrong, say I'm wrong. If I'm along the line, say, hey, bruh, thumbs up to you. We are right here. We hear you. Thanks for the support. Thanks for helping us. These brothers need to get it together. If I'm there we go. Y'all know me. I'm candied down. You understand? Starburst and Skittles and all this good stuff. I'm junk food dude. I'm fat boy. I've been going to the gym, so been trying to work out and get the muscles straight and all that good stuff. And another thing, brothers, you know, your lady, man, she wants you sharpened up, shapened up, man. She don't want you looking crazy, fat, belly hanging out. She wants you toned up, looking good, man. So if you've been slapping a couple of beers back and your belly hanging over and you can't see your feet, man, I encourage you, get in the gym, lose a couple of meals, do something to get yourself in shape so you can get back in the game, man. Physical attraction might not be everything, but it's part of it. You know, it's part of it. And if they're not attracted to you and they're just holding on because they love you, you know, you'll be much happier if you get the fullness of the female, not just one part. You understand? If you get everything, then you're going to be a happy somebody. If you're just getting a piece of it, just the emotional part, then, you know, you can be a little happier, all right? So get yourself together, get your muscles right, get your belly toned up, and get your chest poked out, all right, so you can be back in the game. But, all right, so let's get back to this. So when you experience, fellas, you experience your mood changes, right? Because some of us brothers can be moody. You know, some of us can be like females, especially if you was raised by a female. If you was raised by a female, you're going to take on female tendencies. You could be the strongest hood dude out there, but if you was raised by females, some of that is going to come out. I ain't saying you're going to be switching. I ain't saying you're going to be talking with a lisp. I ain't saying you're going to be wearing heels and dressing with panties under your clothes and doing freaky, crazy nonsense like that. But what I will say is when the particular time for you to use logic and reasoning from a female's point of view, you'll have it because you've been around females. Come on, man, I just dropped the bomb. Somebody say, hey, man, I feel what you just said. Okay? When it comes time to kind of like reasoning with your mate, brothers, or with your girl or whatever, depending on what it is you're talking about or what you're discussing or what you're arguing about, you will take on the female attribute because you grew up with females. You know what they do. You know how they're going to argue with you, whether you had all sisters in the house, your mother and all sisters, or whether you have your mother and all aunts and sisters, or however it was. If you grew up under that, you begin to know how they act, how they respond, how they treat you, how they do all of that. So when you're dealing with a female, it might come out. I'm not saying you're going to be switching your head and popping your fingers, but what I will say is when it comes to using your sharpness in your mind, you will revert back to those tendencies so you can respond to them. Some brothers haven't. Like myself, I didn't grow up with all females, so yes, I'll respond like a man. You understand? I'll respond like a alpha man, you know? But I just had to throw that in there because there are brothers that grew up with all females. And that's all they know is how to respond when needed like a female. Now, there's some brothers who may cry that have not grew up with females. You know, I cry on occasions. I'm not emotional, but can be. It just depends on what the situation is. It just depends on what's going on about how emotional I can get. Now, I will say this. I can get emotional when I'm in church. You know, when God touches me in a way, I can get emotional. You feel me? I see you. What's good? I can get semi-emotional. I might throw a cry. You know, I might be engulfed in what's taking place. You know, and if there's a particular trauma or something that really touches my spirit, my heart, I'll cry. But that doesn't mean I'm some soft dude. Doesn't mean that I'm some soft brother out here crying every 5 minutes, bowing like, nah. Let's not get it twisted. We ain't going to that route. I ain't no soft or no simp, something like that. If I shed a tear, that only means I'm in tune with the spirit about what I'm dealing with. That means I show a level of compassion about that particular situation. That's what my tears mean. I don't know what all y'all other brothers, y'all might be crying because you're sad and upset and all that. Now, I might tear up because my emotions within what I'm talking or dealing with is I'm so in tune with it. You understand what I'm saying? And being in Christ, when I was real heavy in church, I was in tune with the things of God. So a lot of things touched me more than others. I remember when I went to a funeral. from a young man that I didn't even know. He just got shot and killed or whatever. And I went there and I was, walking by the body, and I teared up. Although I didn't know him, I was in tuned in the spirit part of that. You understand? Because I realized that could have been me, and I teared up. Doesn't mean I'm weak. Doesn't mean I'm soft. Doesn't mean none of that. It just means that at that particular moment, my emotions got the best of me, and I wasn't able to contain them. You understand what I'm saying? And that brings me to my next point. When us brothers don't know how to contain our emotions, what happens is you start to look crazy. You start to look, repelling to females, your mate, your spouse, your wife. You start to look weird. You understand? If you just bawling, crying all the time and flipping out all the time, you get scary to females. Us brothers, sometimes you got to control your emotions. It might be hard to do. It might be hard to control your emotions, but you have to somehow or another dig deep down inside and learn how to control your emotions. You understand? Because what happens is, if you don't control your emotions, you show that you're unstable. First of all, you show that you're unstable. You show that you're not able to function when the pressure comes. And that's the worst part to be in when you're dealing in your relationship with your wife or your girlfriend. That's a bad spot to be in, because they lose security in you. Okay? Come on, man. I'm going to break this down. They lose security in you. They lose this sense of security. That's what the whole alpha male thing is when you're alpha male, women find security in you, because they have the security to know that, yes, he's going to take care of the business. If there's something that go down, he going to be right there for me. He going to handle that work. He going to do what he got to do. That's how that whole construct works. You understand? But if you're too emotional, no doubt. I see you. No doubt, man. I'm reading your comments. Now, if you're too emotional, you show that you're unstable. You show that you can't get a hold of your feelings. You don't know how to operate right. Every time something comes up, you just go right to that. You understand? And then sometimes the female has to take control. Listen to what I'm saying. Sometimes the female has to step up and be the man in the relationship, while you over here balling out, being the simp, crying. And that happens a lot of times. So, brothers, we have to take control of our emotions. We got to take control of our mind. We got to get that part in us, under control. Some females, you started off good. You started off in your marriage, your relationships, your girlfriend. You started off strong. They vibing you. They digging you. They loving you because they see the strength. They see the strong you. They see all of the things that attracts them to you. And then all of a sudden, the presence of light come, and then you just start falling off into this other world that they never experienced before in you. And now all of a sudden, they're having to take the role. And now things get crazy, chaotic. They want distance. They leave you alone. They cut you off. All that stuff happens. So, brothers, in this process of us cleansing ourselves, in this process of us getting our minds right, this is one of the things that we have to do. Get our emotions under control. Have you ever seen a person that acts like they don't care about nothing in the world? Have you ever seen somebody that just act cold-hearted before? They might seem like, they nothing bothers them. You understand what I'm saying? They seem like nothing can even affect them. It's not that nothing affects them. It's the simple fact that they learn how to control part of their emotions so they can function. You understand what I'm saying? They learn how to control a certain part of the emotions so they can function. because you can't function if you're out of control. The worst thing that a person can do when they're in a fight, let me give you this example. The worst thing a person can do when they're fighting somebody is letting their emotions get out of control. You understand what I'm saying? If you up against a couple of guys or you about to get into a fight with somebody, if you let your emotions get out of control within that fight, you lost the fight. That's facts. You can go to any experienced boxer, any experienced MMA fighter. You can go to any of the sport that uses brutality within it and ask them what I just said and see if it's true or not. If you let your emotions get the best of you in a fight, you lost the fight. That's the reality of it. You understand what I'm saying? You begin to exhibit. First of all, you show the opponent or the person that you're fighting, you show them weakness when you get out of control. The person that stays calm is the person that is strategizing how he's about to take you out. That's facts, man. That's facts all day. The person that's watching you strategizing how he's about to take you out, he won. The person that is crying and swinging all wild or might be aggressive and doing all kind of crazy stuff, hoping he can land a Hail Mary, is the one that's most likely going to lose. Unless there's some act of God that comes and plants that punch right in the right spot at the right time. Outside of that, you probably going to be the one on the ground getting pounded on. But that brings me to my point. Brothers, if you are in that predicament where you're in a relationship with a female, that your emotions are getting the best of you, I encourage you with all sincerity, withdraw yourself for a moment, get your emotions under control, get your head clear, visit the particular situation at another time, a little later on, a couple of hours down the road. Don't try to invest the energy right then and there when your emotions are out of control. Do you hear me? Because the only thing that is going to do is going to promote a fight, is going to promote you getting into a tit for tat or potentially putting your hands on a female, which I don't advocate, or potentially going in another direction other than what you intended. You understand? A lot of things are said in the heat of the moment because of emotions. Brothers, you might say something, I hate you, you're ugly, you can't cook, you know what I mean, you're bad in bed, whatever you might say, but it would be in the heat of a moment because your emotions got the best of you. And now, with you saying all of this, you potentially screw your relationship up. You're in the doghouse, sleeping on the couch. She put bleach on your clothes and all that other dumb stuff. You understand? And then especially if you're texting. Especially if she just texts you or you text her all of that on text. Every 5 minutes, she going to be looking at the text. I can't believe he said this to me. I can't believe he went there. That's what's going to happen. So, brothers, you can't let your emotions get the best of you. You feel me? Man, my studio is hot as fire in here. You understand me? Yes, sir. What was that? What's good? Man, it's hot in this joint. Alright, so, brothers, you can't let your emotions get the best of you. You gotta stay level-headed. You gotta stay, what was that? What's good with you? You gotta stay level-headed. You gotta stay in tune, right? With your emotions. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. Stay right where you are. Clear your mind. Take some breathing exercises. Breathe in deep, breathe out. You understand? Don't let that moment slip you or get too far away from you. Stay right there with it. You understand what I'm saying? Stay right there. Now, if it gets volatile where the female is busting you upside your head, throwing phones at you and hitting you with frying pans, you already know what to do. Don't do no Ike and Tina stuff. Don't go throwing, none of that. You're going to have to just take the high road. Get out of there. You understand what I'm saying? Get out of there. That's what you got to do. So, when we talk about attachments, let me see if I can pull the definition up. Okay, so see something real quick. Give a brother a minute. Let me see if we can get this Google going. And I'm gonna give you the definition of attachments and kind of. Oh, here we go. Hold on, man. What's up? Give you the definition here. What you saying? What the heck? Alright, give me 1 second. Oh. Shucks, come on, man. What is you doing? Alright. So what I'm going to do, let's see, attachments, bam, attachments. Okay, now, attachments. An extra part or extension that is or can be attached to something to perform a particular function. Attached, can it be attached to something? Now, brothers, when you got issues with attachments, right? Okay, let me read now. This is the definition number 2. The condition of being attached to something or someone in particular. Being attached to something or someone in particular. So, when you attach to things, brothers, and like I said before, it was stated that when you are in your adolescence, that's where the real attachment issues begin, is when you're in your adolescence. Whether you're not getting the right love, the right attention, the right nourishment, whether you don't have a father, no mother, no father, vice versa, or you don't have the right family structure. Most men deal with that when they're in their adolescence, dealing with that. So as they grow older and get in from the adulthood, from young teen to adulthood, they form the habit of attaching to things. And like I said, we're talking about brothers getting cleansing our mind. This is going to be our 10 days of cleansing, so we can get back to where we need to be as alphas, right? So when you form those habits and those bad traits of attaching yourself to things, in particular, what happens? You push the people you love away. Bye-bye, I'm out of here. I can't deal with this. You too clingy. You too emotional. You too upset. You too everything. So you push people away. And I'm glad I see you. I'm glad that you are honest, man. You're an honest dude. You are on here. I've yet to see people just be that outright honest. You understand? I might not have seen you in the physical, but man, that's what I'm talking about. You're honest. And that's what it takes. You have to be honest with yourself that you have this issue in order for you to correct it. You understand what I'm saying? You got to be honest with yourself that, yes, I suffer with this issue, and this is, I want to correct it. So how you correct it, first of all, you have to tell yourself that, first of all, you got to love yourself. Love the self. That you got to love yourself. You got to tell yourself that, you're worthy. You got to see the value within you. You understand? When somebody has an issue with attaching to things, it's because they don't have enough to say that whatever or whomever comes in my life is going to love me for me and not leave me. Man, if I could, man, can I get an amen, or can I get somebody in the choir to say something to a brother? I just said something right there that's most powerful. If you find the value in yourself, right? Listen to me. I'm going to break it down. If you find the value in yourself, no matter who comes, no matter who goes in your life, you're going to be fine with it. Because you know that they either missed the best thing they ever had, or they're going to want back the best thing they ever had, because you see the value within you. You're not worried about who comes, who goes, because you have now obtained true value within yourself. When you attach to things, you're going to wrestle all your life. Why did she leave me? Oh, I'm sad now, and I'm going to kill the cat and the dogs and shoot up everybody because she left me. No, brother. Brother, grab yourself by the bootstrap, strap up, get yourself together, and realize that you have something that you need to work on. And it's called attachment issues. That's what it is. Get yourself together, get back in line, and tell yourself that you're worthy. Tell yourself that you can move forward. You don't need people to validate who you are. You should be enough. You don't need females and nobody else to validate who you should be. That comes within. You validate yourself. You tell yourself you're worthy. You tell yourself that whoever comes into your life should appreciate who you are for you. You don't need females. You don't need nobody. You don't need mama. When you leave the household, you detach from mama's titty. You understand what I'm saying? You detach from that. You're no longer connected to that. You might love your mother. You might call up every now and then, I love you, mom, and all that. But you're no longer in the household under her rule, attached to the titty, brother. You disconnected from that. Mama's boy, you got to be disconnected. And once that happens, once you disconnect, then you begin going through the process of establishing self-worth within yourself. You understand me? You establish the self-worth within yourself. I'm worth this. Whatever chick comes in my life, she gotta love me for me. Or kick dirt, kick rocks, get to the side, on to the next. That's how you have to think, brothers. This 10 days of cleansing us, this is gonna be the real deal, man. This is part one of this. So 10 days of cleansing and going through why we do what we do. This is what we gonna do, brothers. Just thank me for trying to help us, not just me, us, not just you, us. I'm trying to break this down so we can get the help we need, so the females can get back to loving us the way they love us, get back to appreciating us, get back to having that beam in their eyes for us, that alpha male thing. You understand what I'm saying? And when they see you, they can't get enough of you. They can't get enough of being around you. You understand me? We got to get that back. We got to get that back. So, second, once you leave the house, and I'm going to repeat this little small part. Once you leave the household, you detached from the womb, from the mother, right? Long as you're around mama every day, long as you under her hand of rule and her voice in your ear and all of that good stuff, you're going to have that attachment. But the Bible even speaks about once you become a man, you leave things behind. You leave family behind. You leave mother behind and father behind. You leave all that behind to be who you are. To becoming who you are. You got to establish. You got to establish. When you walk in the room, people should feel your presence and know that you walked in the room like you somebody. You shouldn't walk in a room with your head down, looking crazy. You should walk in with a confidence. You understand? And whoever accepts that, accepts that. Whoever sees, you see. But you should have that about yourself, fellas. You should walk in as if somebody owes you. Even though they don't, but you should have the confidence. You understand what I'm saying? With that type of confidence, you can control the atmosphere around you with that type of confidence. I'm not talking about be a jerk. I'm not talking about be a snob or a dweeb. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about having confidence. You understand me? I ain't talking about going being a jerk. Yeah, I arrived, so y'all niggas bow. We ain't talking about that type of stuff. Because then that's totally different from where I'm at. You understand me? But what I am saying, having that confidence where you can control the atmosphere around you just by your presence. Having that about you. Now, if you're a brother that had it and lost it, it's time to get it back. It's time to reestablish why you lost it. You need to figure out, if you had that type of confidence about yourself, you had that going for you, why did you lose it? Did a female suck it out of you? Did she take it from you? Did something happen that you didn't have a full hold of that? Because if so, you got to get it back. I don't care what you look for. Go to the couch, lift the couch up. You understand me? Go and try to find it under the kitchen sink. Go look in the refrigerator. Wherever you got to go to get it, go get that back. You need that. You need that. You need that. Because when you're dealing out here in this world, you know, you're either strong or you're not. Only the strong survives. You either got it or you don't. You understand me? And you'll be steamrolled over. People are going to take advantage of you if you don't possess that within yourself. That's just life. It's the way it goes. You feel me? It's the way it goes. And some people might not take this message right. They might not understand this message, but this is geared towards the fellas. We got 10 days of cleansing, fasting, cleansing, working out, all of that. We got 10 days to do this. And if y'all with me, brothers, let's say, hey, Ace, we with you. We going to start today. Whatever I can do, I'm going to do it today. Let today be that day. Let today be a day that you're going to meditate. You know what I mean? Take 5 minutes and meditate today. Let today be the day. If you're going to go listen weights today. Let today be the day of that start. Some people ain't going to notice the change in you. You don't have to tell people you're changing. Let them see the change in you. Let them see the confidence in you, brother. Let them see that you're moving to a different place in life. It can start today. It don't have to take years and months. It can start within 1 week. You can be where you need to be, confidence-wise, and the whole nine. You know, girls could be knocking your door down. You understand what I'm saying? You can have what you want. You gotta follow the rules, the principles. So, once you confess that you have these issues, once you confess that you're dealing with this particular issue in your life, the next step, first step, acknowledgement. Next step, you have to put it into practice, put it into work. You understand what I'm saying? You have to realize where your mistakes was and fix the mistakes. If your girl left you, 9 times out of 10, she lost the attraction for you. You understand? She lost the attraction for you. That's just simple. That's simple 101 rule of life. You're attracted. You're compelled by attraction. You're compelled by attraction. You're compelled by, when you see somebody, you're attracted to something within them. It doesn't always have to be a physical attraction, but it's something that attracts you to a person. Once you lose that attraction, you lose that for that person. If you're in a relationship and she loses attraction for you, it's because one or two things. You did something to cause that attraction to be lost. Well, let's put it like this. If you was around there crying all day and acting like a simp because she left you, what you think she gonna do? That's gonna push her away, not pull her to you. Oh, she left me. Oh, I'm crying now. You falling out and diving over things and rolling under the table. You understand what I'm saying? You can't go to work. You can't open your eyes. Okay, I'm not saying not be human and not experience what it is to lose a friend or a loved one or whatever. I'm not saying, you're not going to feel the effect. But that should not consume you. That should not be your whole existence. You understand what I'm saying? That should not be something that's going to overtake your whole life. You feel it, you acknowledge it, get back up, move on. Brothers, one of the dangers in your situation, let me break this down. When a brother has an issue with attachments, one thing he does when he's in a relationship with females, he'll tell that female, "You're my world." That's a dangerous thing to do. Never make a statement like, "You're my world. You're all I have. You're I don't know. I'm trying to read these comments, y'all. I don't know what y'all talking about over there. But anyway, I'm not going to lose focus. Okay. So, you tell a girl, "Oh, you're my world. You're my everything. I love you more than this world," and all that. When you say those things, you have now took the value off of yourself and placed it on another person. Right? You're all I need to get by. Good one, Sweets. What's another one? Yes. When you say that, you have now put yourself in a position to be devalued by that person. So now the person got control over you. You understand what I'm saying? They got control over you now. So now when you begin to say those things, you have devalued you. You don't have the value no more. Now they're going to play games with you. They're going to mess with your mind. They're going to drain your pockets. They're going to do all the things that they could do to string you along and all that good stuff. Because you have now switched the tables. You're devalued. You understand what I'm saying? Those things you should not say. If you expressing something that to a female that if you love a fella, you say, you know, you embrace and give them a little bit. You embrace them. But you don't say things that will devalue you. Because the whole thing is to keep the value of you. If you want to be healthy in a relationship, value who you are in the relationship. If you're not getting that attention, if you're not getting reinforcements from the female, it's on you to do little things to strengthen that within her. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta whatever that thing is that you do, you have to do that in order to reinforce her to start feeling again or start gaining that that attraction back to you, so she can start giving you the reinforcements again. You understand what I mean? That's how it works. It's all love, man. That's my saying. I like that. It's all love. I'll probably say that till I die, man. It's all love, man. I know, twin. It's all love. It's all love. Yeah. So when you devalue yourself, you put yourself in a bad position. You understand what I mean? You gotta keep yourself in the position to be valued. Because in this fast-paced world where people don't have time to value things and take time to, you know, savor the moment, you'll be one of the ones that always will be picked out, picked on, and thrown to the side. That's just reality. You know, you gotta keep the value of yourself. Don't lose that. And I know life is hard, fellas. You know, I know life is hard. Life is strenuous. When pressure comes, when things come in your life, it's easy to slump into depression. It's easy to get into that mind frame of not wanting to do and not wanting to care for yourself. You're no longer shaving anymore. You don't brush your teeth anymore. You don't wash up anymore. You lay in the bed all day. You're missing work. They about to fire you. All of these things happen. All of these things happen. It's easy. It's easy to get in that position. That's a bad position to be in, but it's easy to. You understand me? But once you feel that you're getting into that particular position, then that means you have to quickly adjust yourself. Quickly adjust yourself. It shouldn't be weeks and days and months and stuff that you stay in that position. You need to get out of that position, get back in line, wisen up, get yourself together. That's what you got to do, brothers. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. You cannot stay in that position, you understand me, and be that dumping ground. You feel me? That's in order. You understand me? You yeah, no doubt. You understand me? So you can't you can't stay there. The worst thing that us fellas can do is staying in a position for too long. You understand me? You can't stay in a position like that for too long, because you begin to it's harder to get out the longer you stay in. The quicker you get up, the quicker you adjust. You understand me? Yeah, no doubt, man. I see you. I'm here for you, brother. We iron sharpens iron, man. You know, we here to strengthen each other, man. This is what the live stream is for. We do things, give things that we need at these particular times in our life. And I don't know who needs it. Whoever hears this and it may help them, I hope it helps them. Because I'm getting my help. You understand me? I'm getting help out of my own, from my own self. That's what it is. And me sharing this with you, obviously it's a great need for somebody to hear it, because I wouldn't have brought it up. That's just what it is. But yes, so staying in a position for too long, it's harder to get out. You know, because then you got to deal with all of the other things that follow after. You deal with, you know, self-pity. You know what I mean? You deal with insecurity, all of the negative things that come from being down for too long. You understand? I'm not worth anything. I can't be worth anything. Nobody gonna love me. You understand? And I've been in those shoes before. I've been there. That's why I can tell you these things, brothers. That's why I can tell you. Because there was once upon a time I've been there. Now, I ain't going to say I was running around not brushing my teeth and doing all that, but I was at a low. You understand? And all of us get to that point. We human, we will experience this. It will happen. Because we all suffer from some degree to another these particular issues. And depending on if you came from a single home family or your background wasn't that great, you deal with this. Oh man, my live stream acting up. Okay, we back on. So depending on where you are, you've probably dealt with this or are dealing with this. You understand me? And I don't know why my live streams act up like this. Breaks up. Alright, it says low inputs. I don't know, man. So it says it's good on my OBS, but then when I look at the YouTube joint, it shows that it's low strength, low output, video output. Alright, so hopefully y'all can see me on and everything's cool on YouTube. Hopefully. Because we still tweaking this system, man, and just acts crazy. But anyway, yeah, when we stay in that position for too long, it's hard for us to get out. You understand? It's hard for us to see ourselves getting out of that position. Because then all the negatives come, then we start to doubt ourselves. We start to, you know, have self-pity for ourselves. And all of those things within itself, you ain't getting up. You're going to beat yourself down to the point, you know, where it seems like you're going to be insane to other people. Like, this dude is insane. Like, why is he acting like that? Why is he doing? And you will push people away. You will push people away. Now, if you have the right support team behind you, you have the right people, but they're going to encourage you. But what I'm doing at this particular moment is giving a diagnosis to some of the issues that us brothers face when we're dealing with with that particular part of our life, with attachments, being attached to things. Women need space. Women need their time for themselves. They need their time to process thoughts. They need time to miss us. They need time for all of that. If you're constantly under a woman 24/7, 9 times out of 10, she gonna get tired of you. 9 times out of 10, she gonna break up with you. She gonna leave you. It's going to, because she's not having time to process emotions. Women need time to miss you, bruh. She ain't going nowhere. Just back up from her a little bit and let her have her time. Let her be, you know, understand? Let her get her time. Let her go out with the girls and let her hang out and have some fun. And when she come back, you know, y'all good. Stop trying to force yourself or force things. Let things happen naturally. You understand? So brothers with these particular attachment issues, they don't understand why the girl just dropped them like a bad habit. And you home crying all day and you don't know why she gone. Well, you have to search, was this part of your normal process, behavior? Was this part of what you do when you get into relationships and with different people? You got, you know, you have to look at that, because it starts subtle. Of course, you're not going to see these particular things when you're in the honeymoon stage, when you're with somebody. You're not going to see that. You're not going to see the attachment thing. Everything going to be a bed of roses when you're with the girl, you know, with your wife. It's going to be a bed of roses. But after time, when time settles and time, you know, starts to evolve, then all of a sudden now it's issues. Where you going? Who you been with? Why you ain't answer the phone? Where you, this and that and the third. All the insecurities come out because you still have issues with the attachment thing. All of this stuff come out now. You understand me? Going through a phone, looking crazy, rolling your eyes, falling down and kirking out on her. All that stuff starts to happen. But when you are secure, fellas, with yourself, when you have a certain poise about yourself, when your mental is in check, when you ain't got to worry about having such a tight grip, when you ain't worried about whether she gonna leave you, you know she gonna be there because you the man. When you feel like that, then she has more freedom in your relationship. See, women don't want to be smothered and smuggled and feel like they can't go nowhere. They want to be free. They want to do what they want to do. They want to have their own mind. They want to think for themselves. They want to go have fun with the girls. They want to go do things by their own self. They want to do these things. They don't need to be smothered. They don't need to have some Negro holding on to their skirt all everywhere they go. They don't need you sniffing up their butt every 5 minutes. They don't need none of that. What they need is a secure dude beside them, not worried about whether she being with a dude or messing with a dude or all of that other insecure stuff. Because let me tell you something. A woman going to do what she want to do anyway. There's nothing you can do to stop her. She want to sleep with somebody, she going to do it. There ain't nothing you can do. You can put a chain and lock on her ankles and arms and all that. If she gonna sleep and give it up to somebody, that's just what's gonna happen, and ain't nothing you can do about it, bruh. You can call on God, you can call on anybody you want. And when she ready, or if she's in the mindset that she's gonna do it, guess what? It's over. You understand what I'm saying? So you just have to learn to accept the things you can't change. And just pray and hope that you are in check. That you provide enough where she don't want to go nowhere. You need to get yourself in check so you don't repel her to go somewhere or push her away to somebody else. That's what we need to do as men. So can I keep it real with y'all, brothers? Is this too deep for y'all? Is this too deep for y'all? If it's too deep for y'all, y'all put a thumbs down. So, because then I have to end my live stream. Y'all can't digest what I'm saying. But if this is right along where we are as men, and females want to hear this because they might be dealing with this with some brothers, but then y'all put a thumbs up. Or put a 1 in the chat. So I know I'm right along the lines of where I need to be. You understand me? Now, only experience teaches you some of these things. Only going through the fire and experience how it is to be in relationships and all of that, you know, can cause somebody to bring these type of things out. Now, let me say this. Depending on, like, now, if a female had a particular background, right, brothers, now let me say this. If you know your girl, before you got with her, she slept around with different guys and, you know, she probably had a lengthy background with different dudes and relationships and all of that. You know, with some men, that could mess with their mental. Some men, they can't digest that. You understand me? Some men can't get over the fact that they just fell in love or been with a person that been with about 150 dudes, 200 or 300 guys, and now you finding out and like it's messing with your whole world. Okay, let me drop something on you. You can't change what somebody did in their past before they got with you. You understand me? You can't change somebody's past. So if you get in a relationship that you have a knowledge or pre-notion about whether this is the case or not, you have to start fresh. You have to give that person the opportunity to love and to be cherished just like you would want to be. Don't try to get in that relationship knowing that and then get mad because you know that all these things happen. You understand me? You have to be wise enough to say, you know what, that was before my time. That was before me. And you might have trust issues because you know this, but you have to, if you love the person, you have to have a certain security that person won't carry those particular acts. You understand? Out within the relationship. Now, I'm just saying, if that's the case, because everybody needs love, and there's somebody for everybody. You understand me? Even the hoes and whores need to be loved. There's some simp out there that's gonna love them. That's just a simple fact. They're out there, so they need to be loved. And depending on if you're a strong person to deal with their past and all that, by all means, go and be happy. But don't make them miserable because you still deal with it mentally, knowing that she done been with all these people and all of that other stuff. You just have to learn to accept what you can't change. It was before you. Don't hold it against them. Keep it pushing. That's a note to the fellas. You understand me? That's a note to the fellas. I'm just saying. You might deal with that. Boy, I am sweating like I'm in a plantation or something. You feel me? It is hot in here. My country voice. It's hot in here. You understand me? I'm hot in here. But yeah. So we have to get back, fellas, back to our original place, our original state. We have to take our rightful place. You know, and if you are struggling with depression, I'm gonna say, you know, seek the right counsel. You know, seek the right professional help. Try to, you know, get yourself, you know, talking about what you feel on the inside. If you're in this position, have been, coming out of it, going in it, feeling it, whatever, now is not the time to withdraw, and now is not the time not to express yourself. You need to talk, man. You need to talk. Tell how you feel so you can get the right type of help, man. You got to get it, because you're going to constantly destroy relationships. That's what's going to happen. You're going to destroy every relationship that comes into your life. Every girlfriend that you try to keep, they're gone. They're pew. You ever see the Road Runner? Pew. You know how they do that with the Road Runner cartoons? Pew. They gone. They gone. Because they can't deal with the ups and downs, the emotional part of you. They can't deal with none of that. They can't deal with it. Now, I will say this. I'm not saying that men can't have an emotional side, because I think it's necessary. I think it's necessary that men have an emotional side to them. It's necessary. You understand me? Very necessary. Don't try to get to the point where you're so hard that people can't feel that you have empathy or sympathy or any other stuff. Because, like, say you're dealing with your kids. I'm going to give you an example. If you have children and you're disciplining them, you have to be in touch with your emotions, because if not, you will go overboard with disciplining them. You ever see a father that beats the kids to death, literally? Just like beats him under. It's because he's not in tune with his emotions. Because if I was spanking my child, I can only spank him up so much before I start to feel something like, oh man, I can't do that to my boy. That's my boy. You understand me? I can't kill him like that. You might tap him a few times and then it's over. Not sitting there beating him until he whelped up, until his whole neck falling off, until his back bruised up, can't even stand up and go to school. You're not like that. I'm talking about that's because you're not in tune with your emotions enough. Because you should feel something. As soon as you hit, oh man, that's my boy, man. I can't do him like that. That's my son, man. I love him. He did wrong, and if I am a disciplined type of father, I'll just do this, but I ain't going to kill him. That's why I love him. That's when you're in tune with your emotions. Now, if you're disconnected from your emotions, you won't even care. You'll beat him until he pass out. Did not tell you, boy. Did not, blah, 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 blah. I know I'm being a little comical, but it's real. This is real talk. It's real talk. So I believe that men should have, to some degree, that they should be in touch with their emotions, because it helps them adjust to life and situations. You understand me? You adjust to it. So when your wife or girlfriend is crying or whatever, you feel that. You understand me? You feel them crying, or you might feel that. So you might go grab them and say, "Come here." You might hug on, "Come here. Let me talk with you. I ain't mean to make you cry. I love you." And kiss them on the cheek or something, or kiss them, butter them up and all that good stuff. That's when you're in touch with your emotions. If you're detached from your emotions, you can care. She can cry until she go to sleep, or she can cry until the moon falls. You understand me? And it won't affect you. It won't affect you at all. At some point in time, you should be like, "Come here, baby. Come here. Let me hug you. Let me do something." You understand me? That's when you're in touch with your emotions. So I'm an advocate of fellas being in touch with some parts of your emotions, so that way you can keep a balance there when it's needed, right? And I'm having to dig deep into this mind of mine to bring this out for y'all, man. I'm digging up here, y'all. I'm up in there. I'm up in this thing here. Mind is a terrible thing to waste, and crack is a terrible thing to use. You understand me? Never used it, but if you're on some crack and drugs, and then you can't use that. So this is for sober-minded. You sipping wine, listening to me, and you trying to get in the mood, and you can still grab it. But I'm talking about, this is for some brothers that really want to be in the game. All right? We ain't talking about you brothers that's going to disregard what I say and go out there and make a shipwreck of your life over and over and over again. We talking about somebody who wants to change the direction of where things have went or where it's going in their life. Okay? It's your boy Ace, man. Ace Corner Talk. I'm trying to give the correct necessary tools, man. And let me state this again. I'm not a scholar. I'm not a physician. I don't write prescriptions. I'm just giving you a little bit of what's in here from me, from my experience, and actually sharing some things that can help us as men be where we need to be and function like we need to function. You understand me? Because if we're ever going to function, and if we're ever going to continue to have healthy relationships, these things must happen. These things must happen. You got to change. You got to change. If you have issues with attachments, you got to change ASAP. Don't hold on to the old things. People will leave you. They will be repelled from you because it's too much for them. Their emotions can't handle it. Some people just can't handle certain things like that. When it's overbearing, when you're too much, when you're putting them in positions that they're not comfortable with, when females cannot handle that. They're going to withdraw and drop you and be out. Pew! I'm gone. You understand me? They're going to go. You're going to push them away. So what you need to do, chill, relax, take a step back, take a breather, and get a grip of your emotions and understand what particular place you're in life, what's causing you to think or do what you're doing, and correct it. It's just that simple. Just that simple, fellas. Just that simple. So we're talking about, we're going to be doing 10 days of cleansing ourselves. Starting today. Bam. What's today's date? Oh, man. 25th. Today is the 25th. So the 25th of July, we are starting today getting a hold of ourselves, man. We're getting back to one with ourselves. We got 10 days starting today. We got to do it, y'all. I started lifting weights, man, and that's my first step, right? I was in there lifting weights, bam, feeling good. Left the gym sore. You understand me? Chest was poking out a little bit. I got the confidence back within that, bam, hitting weights, y'all. Feeling good. Feeling good. Now, I'm going through the process of working on those things within me. You understand me? I'm giving it to you because I feel a certain way about where I've been in life in this particular area. So I'm learning now that I had issues with attachments. personally. You understand me? Attached to things. Now it's time to let go. It's time to receive. Let go and receive. You understand? Fellas, time to let go and receive. If you're going to do anything, you have to learn how to be able to accept things, and what you can't change, learn to accept what you can't change. It's time to let it go. If you cannot adjust to that, let it go. Nobody wants to be a bird in a cage, captured and held forever. They want freedom. They want to go. They want to be able to experience life. They want to do all kind of things. They don't want to be held down and be a prisoner of you. You understand what I'm saying? It's okay to want people to love you. And it's okay, but you'll put yourself in a position where you're doing the loving and nobody's loving you. That's facts. You don't want to be in a position where you're doing the loving to somebody who doesn't love you because you pushed them away mentally and emotionally. You don't want to drain people that love you, or your love, or your wife, or your companion, your girlfriend for 10, 20 years, whatever. You don't want to push them away. Learn how to let go. See yourself as being worthy, man. See yourself as being worthy to be in the position that you are. I'm worthy for this because I am who I am. You love me for me. You love me because I came to the table like this. And I will accept that. Just because you're doing something different in life, or you taking a different direction, does not mean you're leaving me. It just means that now you're trying to go and take yourself in a different direction in order to keep yourself elevated. Bam, y'all. Let me hit y'all with that. Dab on them. I just hit you with something. When a female is changing up and she's trying to elevate to be better, that doesn't mean she's going to leave you. And she get a new job, new car, new this, doesn't mean she just going to fly out and leave you. It just means she's elevating, y'all, to be better. Dab on them. Huh? What's she doing? But brothers that have issues with attachments, they're going to see it different. They're going to see it so different. They're going to be like, oh, she messing around. She leaving me. She done got this new job. Look how she acting. Look at her attitude done changed on me. No, man. It's that she's getting the confidence to keep moving forward in life, to be a better person. And you're still stuck with attachments and don't want to grow, don't want to do nothing, just want to be smothered her and all that other stuff. You feel me? You understand me? That's how it is. That's how it is. What's up, Logic? Ah, boy. Your boy's sweating. But yeah. So that means that's what it means. Now take this with a grain of salt, right? I want you to take this with a grain of salt. If you have not learned how to mature in your situation, because there's a lot of immaturity today in relationships, man. A lot of stubbornness and a lot of immaturity. I'm just gonna put it out there. You know, I talk with some of the boys and people and they say, oh man, I'm dealing with this, I'm dealing with that. There's a lot of immaturity in relationships in this day and age. Nobody wants to give in. Nobody wants to give up. Nobody wants to, this person want to be right, that person want to be right, this, that, right, blah, 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 blah. Nobody wants to be the bigger person. Nobody wants to give. No, you understand? I'm holding this until I die. You understand? You ain't going to get the best of me. You ain't going to get the last word. Like, it's a lot of that going on. You know? And oftentimes when you are in a relationship that has that toxic roller coaster way of thinking and living, it's not healthy for you, first of all, and it's not healthy for the people that's around you. You have to condition your mind. You have to condition yourself to be able to discuss and come to a neutral ground about what it is you're dealing with. Somebody has to be the bigger person to do that. Somebody has to be the bigger person to come to a neutral ground and say, you know what? I know I said this. I might not be right, but I'm willing to discuss this a little further to see what your emotions are in this, or what your mindset was, or what. You understand what I'm saying? You got to be able to take the time to talk through certain little things before you take a defense and shut down. Okay? You have to. Fellas, females, you have to. Don't go shut down before you get it resolved. Get it resolved. Figure out what's the root of what you're dealing with, and then let it go. Don't bring it back up 20 days later. Yeah, and just to finish that conversation, I remember what you said, and I don't like the way you said that because it didn't make sense to me. It's 20 days later, brother. Let it go. Deal with it that day. Deal with it within that moment, that hour. Discuss it. Get to the root of it. Let it go. Clean shake. We out. Don't be waiting 20 days, 25 days, 2 months later and getting your feelings about something else and then bring that up. Yeah, but I remember you said when we was having that conversation in the kitchen, and I didn't like the way you put that because it just made me feel some kind of way because you thought you had the upper hand because you said something about blah, 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 blah. You got to be able to reason in a situation, get to the root of it, and let it go. Ladies, fellas, you understand me? Fellas, sometimes females will have the last word. That's just them. That's them. That's females. So it's okay to let them have the last word. Doesn't mean that if letting them have the last word don't mean they won. You understand me? If I'm trying to teach somebody something, fellas, I'm trying to teach you. All right? Letting them have the last word doesn't mean they won. Letting the female have the last word just means that you are not, you know, I can't even get it out. It doesn't mean they won. It just means that you are letting them think they have the last word by letting them have the last word. You understand? You gotta I'm cracking my own self up. But you gotta do that. Sometimes you got to. Sometimes fellas, you just gotta boy, I tell you, sweets, you are funny. But sometimes you gotta do that though. Sometimes you just gotta let them have the last word, man. You just gotta let that thing go. You understand me? And let them think or let them feel what they feel. And that's that. You understand? Look at Sweets, boy. You are funny to me. But you done put the monkey with the ear like, you ain't trying to hear me, Sweets? You better unclog your ears and listen. Take that computer off of mute. Take the phone off of mute and listen to what I'm saying, Sweets. Yeah, us fellas let you have the last word sometime. That's healthy. That's a good thing. It's a good thing. What you gonna stay up all night? You trying to get sleep for working. That's all that's gonna happen. If you go back and forth with a female, you might not win the fight. Cause she ain't gonna give up. She might just be right there. Sometimes you just gotta say, okay, you alright. I understand, I see where you're coming from, and I gotta go to sleep. Sometimes you just gotta back down, fellas. That's wisdom, though. I'm giving you that wisdom. Pick your battles wisely, no doubt. That's true. You know, some battles ain't worth fighting. Some battles you just gotta refrain from or shut down from. The women in today's age is not about dating. Some women like drama, but if you ask the majority of the women out, they just don't want the drama. You know what I mean? Some of the females just don't want the drama. You know? Some of them just see like, hey, man, this is just too much for me. You bringing too much drama. I just can't take the drama. That's what it is. Today's age now, these females want less headache, less drama, more fun, more you. How about that? Did I put that the right way? Yes. So, you know, I'm trying to help you fellas. I'm helping myself. I'm helping you guys. I'm trying to, you know, put things in perspective so that we can understand what makes us do what we do. Why do we respond? And I'm helping you females to understand why us fellas do what we do and why we do it the way we do it. You understand? And a lot of it streams from having issues with attaching ourselves to things. You understand? Men, we attach ourselves to women like they're our possessions. Women are not your possessions. You understand? They don't belong to you. You understand me? Your female can be your friend. She can be your partner, your friend, or whatever, but she's not your possession. Miss Classy 20 said, what's good with you? Females are not your possession. You have to get that out your mind. See, because once you begin to start thinking that they're your possession, then you get into the mind frame of wanting to control them. And females don't want to be controlled. You understand me? They don't want to be controlled. They want to have the freedom to do what they want to do when they want to do it. Not controlled with handcuffs, walking beside them. You understand me? If you're going to do anything, you got to embrace them. Reassure them. Give them the right love and be out. You understand me? Not possessing, not controlling. You're mine, all mine. You understand? You got to let them be who they are. Let them have the space in the room they need. Give them the right attention and love, but back off of them. Let them have a breather. Let them have some moments to themselves and all that good stuff, man. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. And some things are learning lessons for us. We destroy things before it can get better. And then sometimes it's too late. I pray if anybody's going through that, I pray that it's not too late. I pray that you get her back. I pray that you you rekindle, brothers, that you rekindle the thing that you lost. I pray, man, that you know your whatever your heart was in, that it's not too late. But if you're in this position, it's not too late. You can correct the things that you have, you know, allowed to detour your relationship or marriage or whatever. It's not too late. You can pull it back, get it back together, get some sense, and move along. Don't tell her or don't chase her down. Call her every 5 minutes saying, I changed. I'm a newsman now. I's news now. Don't. I'm a newsman now. Look at me. I got my dress blues on. I'm good now. No, you ain't got to do all that. Just let her see you by example. Just let her see that when she be like, hey, I'm about to go out. Throw a peace sign up. See you when you get back. Love you. How about that? How about that's how you show? That's how you show. You ain't got to tell her, I's changed now. Where you going? I'll see you later. No. You ain't even got to say a word. Let the action show. You understand me, brothers? Let the action show. If you're trying to win her heart back, if you're trying to get back in good graces, and she does accept you back, she gives you that call, just relax, man. And let things take its course. Let things, you understand me? Yeah, actions mean a lot. So let all of these things take place, man. Actions mean a lot. Actions mean a lot. Don't go get to talking. I've changed and I'm better now. You're going to love me now. She might not. Because the very time that you do something that falls right back in the line that repelled her from you, she's out. So get to working on yourself, brother. Get to working on your mind. Get to working on your heart. Get to working on the issues that drove her away. So attachments are something that we deal with. Attachments is something that it causes barriers in between you and other people. You and other relationships. It does. It does. Think about it in that manner. Attachment is a barrier. Think about it like that. An attachment is a barrier. It puts a barrier between you and other people. You and other relationships. Because when you're trying to hold on and they need the space, they're trying to get you to let go. And depending on where you are, you might not hear them. All the signs are there, but you're not hearing them. They're talking to you, but you're not hearing them. They're telling you in so many different ways. They're putting up the flags that got it written all over it. They're putting up sheets of paper showing you. They're writing it all over the mirror when you wake up in the morning. Like, it's all there, but you're so caught up on the attachment thing that you don't even see it. You don't even see it. It just goes right over your head and you don't see it. So open your eyes, brothers, so you can see, you understand what's taking place, what's going on. It's your boy Ace. So this is what it is. We got 10 days of cleansing ourselves. Whether you're going to be lifting weights. And I want y'all to be real. I want y'all to come back. I want y'all to come in and be real, man. Like I see he was being real. He was like, yo, this is me. What you saying right now, that's where I'm at. And that's one of the realest things you can do is be honest with yourself. Yep. Miss Classy 26 says you have to have open honesty and communication within the relationship as well. You have to be able to talk to each other honestly. And that's true. And I'm not even going to expound. That's just true. It's just true. What you said, Miss Classy, is true. So that's what we're doing. Whatever you're doing, each time I have a live stream, fellas, I want you to put it in the chat what you have done within that day to cleanse your mind. Whether it was you doing some yoga, I don't know if you gotta do yoga, but you know, whether you was doing some meditation, whether you went to lift weights, you know, whether you was helping an old lady across the street, whatever you're doing, I don't know. I'm just bringing up stuff, but whatever it is, we got 10 days to do this, to correct some of these behaviors. You understand me? And it starts now. It starts now. The first thing we did was listen to what I was saying. Reading the chats and the comments. Listening to what I was saying. That's the first step. Is acknowledgement and listening to somebody that's giving you some tools to help you. Don't worry about where I got the tools from. If it is true to the listener, then just agree with it and keep it moving. Now, if there's anything I said that you disagree, I would like to know what part of it is. If there is anything. If not, then just accept it and just know that something needs to change if you fell in any part or in between any part of what I was saying. If what I'm saying caught you at any level, just accept that, work on it, and change. That's all you got to do. You don't need to be on some psychiatrist's table, laid out, paying him $150 an hour just to tell you the same thing I'm telling you now. You're getting this for free. All you're doing is punching in and watching. This is all free. You understand me? I ain't got donation buttons. I ain't got donations, nothing, anything. This knowledge and what I'm sharing with you through experience is all free, y'all. Fellas, this is free. You can grab hold of this video, go share it with your boy, share this link, and I advise any of y'all, please share. Share what I'm spitting out. Share this. I want y'all to get on your phones, press the share button, share it to your girl that might got a boyfriend dealing with something, a girlfriend, boyfriend dealing with something. You know, share the videos. I'm doing this to help us fellas, man. And if you think somebody can use or benefit from what I'm saying, share it. You understand me? Share it. I appreciate it. I don't get nothing off of it. I'm just saying share it because it's vital that we understand some of these things. It's vital that it's broken down so we can understand. I'm giving it to you plain. I'm not using big words. I'm not being philosophical. I'm not being deep and spooky. I'm just giving it to you plain so you can understand and correct. That's what we're doing. 10 days, y'all. 10 days, fellas. This is what it is. 10 days of correcting ourselves. Starts today, the 25th of July. That's what it is. And I hope with all sincerity that we get this together. With all sincerity. We need to get back to our rightful place as alpha males. You know, We need to have that reassurance and confidence about ourselves. We got to get back there, man. We done let it go. We done driven ourselves deep into the trenches of life, and we have lost, you know, something within ourselves. But it's time to get it back. You know, time to get it back, fellas. So I think I'm gonna end this live stream, and if there's any comments or anything you want to share, if there's something you want me to bring up, because we got 10 days of cleansing, 10 days of renewing ourselves, right? This is the fellas. So we got 10 days of this. So if I do a live stream tomorrow, it's going to be another topic, another thing to help us. If I do one, you know, Friday or whatever the days is that I'm going to do it, we got 10 days. But just know within 10 days, we're going to conclude, and then we're going to bring out the things we did to help ourselves recorrect what we're going through. And I know there's bashful fellas out there, but like I said earlier in this live stream, it's time to be more communicative and more verbal. How about that? You got to be more verbal. You got to be open to talking so people can understand what is going on within. If you're throwing the dog around and hanging a cat upside down and smashing tables, nobody knows what's wrong with you. We don't know what's wrong with you. You understand me? If I'm your boy and you having relationship issues and you know you tearing up your household and doing all kind of crazy stuff, I'm just saying, how can I give you any advice if I don't know what the deal is? And if you do give your business, make sure it's a reliable source or a reliable person. Just don't go spitting your business to anybody. It could be somebody crazy. It could be somebody that could tell the neighbors, the job, or anybody. Just make sure it's in confidence, whoever you're telling, that can give you the proper, you know, the proper guidance in this particular area of your life. When it comes to having attachment issues or relationship issues, marital issues, just don't go telling anybody, because then it'll be on the front page news with the captions with your name in bold letters. I'm just saying. Y'all think Ace crazy, don't you? Yeah, y'all think I'm crazy, don't you? No, I'm just elated, man, to give y'all some real stuff, man. You know, not oftentimes do I get to get on the YouTube and spit like this. I got off a little early today, and I was able to you know, get on the live, and hopefully somebody can be helped with this. Hopefully somebody can you know, gain out of what I'm saying. So, you know, I appreciate all the listeners. I appreciate all of the support from my day ones. I appreciate all the support from the ladies, the fellas that, you know, have been watching and tuning in. You know, if you know anything about Ace, you know that I'm a leader. You understand? I'm not a follower. I lead. You understand? That's my job. I lead. So if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to start off leading. I'm going to start off with the mindset to lead. That's just what I am. I'm a leader. You know, it's hard for me to follow if you know, and I followed at some particular time in my life. I've been a follower in order to know how to lead. You understand me? But then there's a certain point where you have to be a leader. You can't follow you just can't follow all your life. You got to at some point graduate to being a leader. Some particular time you're a follower. Then once you learn and comprehend, then you become the leader. It's designed that way. You just can't follow all your life. Sometimes you got to graduate to the leader, man. Lead your family, lead your girl, lead something. Oh, man, I appreciate all of you, man. I appreciate you, Miss Classy, Sweets, Day One. I appreciate all of y'all, man. Appreciate you. I appreciate those who you know, who listen but don't comment. You understand me? If you don't mind, hit the like button. Let people know that this video is worth watching, worth liking. You know what I mean? So hit the like button. There's nothing wrong with hitting the like button. That just signifies that, okay, it's just saying that you approved of what I was saying. That's what the likes are. It's like you're approving of the content behind the video. So if you don't mind, hit that like button on the way out. You know, if there's any comments, throw some comments. I respond. Sometimes I don't respond right then and there because I'll probably be asleep, or when I wake up, or when I see it, I respond usually. I might put a heart, a thumb, or I might put something in the chat. I might respond directly to it, depending on what it is or how long your paragraph is. So, you know, just because you converse with me about what I was talking about, it's helpful, because then it shows me what direction I can go in from that particular point. Or whether it was something that needed to be brought out, whether it was something that needed to be expanded on, I could do a live stream about that, whatever. But I appreciate all the feedback and all the love that y'all show me on this channel. We'll say peace to Queen C. We'll say peace to, who else? Everybody, man. I'm going to say peace to everybody, man. Queen C's been doing so great. You know, I want to steal her testimonies and what she's been, you know, doing. But, man, she's been doing some great things, man, and I'm real proud of her. You know, yeah, she's just doing some big things. And I don't want to tell her testimony unless she says, hey, it's good for you to do that. But believe me, she's making some major moves, and I'm really proud of her. She's making major moves, you feel me? Really, really doing some big things. And I could see the excitement and joy in her. You know, it's like, you know, she is enjoying what she's doing. You understand me? She's not in a groggy or bad mood or up. No, she's upbeat about it. She's seeing results by pushing herself, and I'm proud of her. I'm very proud of her. So let me see. I don't want to talk myself until I get hoarse, man. Okay. Alright, cool. So, just want to say love you guys. Like I always say when I end my live streams, you could be anywhere doing anything at this particular time, but you chose to be here with me, and I appreciate it. I don't take it for granted. Love you guys. Love the support that you give to this channel. Love the comments. All of that fly stuff, man. Thank you for supporting Ace, man. And hopefully I could continue to, you know, pour myself out and give to you guys things that can help, things that can inspire us. You know, sometimes I might be deep, sometimes I might be funny, sometimes it just depends, you know. But for the most part, I'm going to try to give something that y'all can take with you and appreciate what I do give, all right? Life is not given to us, man. And while I'm here, y'all can get what I got. You know, life ain't given to us. You might not be able to see this handsome face forever, you know? Look at me, conceited, right? I'm just messing with you. All right, but love you guys. So this is Ace from Ace Corner Talk. Peace. I am out.